Now, you've probably heard of scumbling as a brushwork technique, something to do with dragging wet paint over dry paint. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 techniques you can employ using scumbling. I'll be working in acrylics, but this will apply to oil painting as well, and even gouache paint. So watch this video if you want to see some advanced techniques and how scumbling can really make a huge difference to the overall look of your painting. Okay, I've already done a block-in of a scene, and now I'm going to show you how I resolve the painting with these scumbling techniques. And you can definitely use these techniques right away in your next landscape painting as well. Let's begin. So the first technique is to create atmospheric depth without overblending your colors. Scumbling lets you drag a lighter broken layer over a darker one, instantly softening distant hills, tree masses, and sky transitions. This avoids muddy mixing while giving your painting that elusive air between the objects feeling. Here I'm creating a soft scumble transition between the mountains and the sky, and also between the light and shadow shapes in the mountain itself. And you can see it's creating a much more atmospheric look and sense of distance, pushing the mountain backwards and not having such a dark shape coming forwards. The second tip is add vibration and light to sunlit areas. Dry brushing is ideal for catching the top notes of light on sunlit grass, sparkling water, rock textures, and even leaf edges. Because the application is uneven, it mimics the flicker of natural light far better than heavy opaque strokes. Number 3 is suggest complex detail without painting every blade or leaf. Both scumbling and dry brushing create broken texture that reads as detail from a distance. And that's perfect for foliage clusters and distant shrubs, texture on tree trunks, rocky ground, and many other things where you get the sense of the complexity with minimal effort and no fiddly brushwork. Here I'm using scumbling to reduce all of those leaves and branches into a few light, middle value, and dark shapes, breaking up the edges, and here creating a sense of the tree trunks and branches with simply dragging the wet paint over the dry surface. You can build up more texture on those tree trunks with different variations of color temperature. Number 4 is revive a flat or overworked painting. A dull surface, especially in acrylic landscapes, can be lifted instantly by dragging a new color or temperature across dry passages. Subtle scumbles of warm light in the foreground or cool veils across distant forms can completely rebalance your composition. Here I'm using the dry brush technique and also scumbling, vertical strokes and horizontal strokes, some subtle color temperature shifts with a lighter yellow and then warmer darker yellow to break up the surface. Also, you can see breaking up the edges of the shadows into the darks, creating more excitement with light against dark. This transforms the entire foreground into a much more interesting an area where there's a lot of a sense of light through the grass. Number 5 is integrate edges and direct the viewer's eye. Scumbling can be a powerful edge control tool. By softening certain transitions and leaving others crisp, you guide the viewer through the landscape. Use soft broken edges to push areas back, like distant trees and receding pathways, and leave firmer edges in your focal area. In general, I've tried to keep the stronger edges at the base of the tree and leading up to the house in the distance, which is all in the rule of thirds focal area, and softened up edges between the shrubs and the distant landscape on the right, and also around the left-hand side of the tree, and even on the shadows. In this way, the viewer's eye will pick up the stronger edges and head in that direction. Ultimately, you take them into the landscape in that fashion. Well, I hope you got some good ideas there, and try these out for yourself. I think every landscape painting can do with a bit of a scumbling technique here or there, whether it's to create distance or sparkle in the foreground, or just soften edges and create a little bit more of an interesting color effect around objects like trees. And if you found these tips useful, please give this video a like and make sure you've subscribed to the channel as well so you don't miss the next video. And finally, remember your free subscription to the Create Art magazine is in the description of this video. And I've got something for you up here as well, so check that out if you want to get more painting tips coming up. Okay, until next time, enjoy your painting and cheers for now.